As this giant creature now looms over the 6 of you, Rex continues down into the entryway to the tunnels below as the rest of you are kind of stopped and in awe of this massive creature as its gelatinous form continues to grow larger and larger as its body hits the top of the ceiling of the lobby, standing at nearly 40 feet high. As it starts to fill this space, the outside of this area starts to crack and crumble as you feel it buckling under the weight, and the entire room starts to shake. I need all 4 of you to roll right now.
There's electricity in the building right now, right?
Yes.
Okay. After
There
this
is
roll, I have
electricity.
something I'm going to do.
That's fine, but I need you all to roll.
Okay, ladies first. Go.
What?
Are we all rolling 6?
No,
You're all rolling
5.
5.
5, 3.
5.
But whoever rolls first,
What? What? Whoever rolls first, what?
I'm saying your totals, if you leave
Yeah.
any ones out, will
Oh.
result in
So
the
the
next
last
person.
Oh,
person.
okay.
I'll roll last.
2 6s, no 1s.
Good.
Okay.
Okay.
Mikey up.
Why have I been rolling like crap this game?
Because you roll that way.
Oh, God.
It's okay. It's okay.
Okay, I've got
boy.
1 6. I'm going to use one of the hope for this 1 that I rolled.
Nice. Oh, cool. I'll have 5 then.
Yeah, you.
All right. 1 6, no 1s.
Look at
Who's
the
next?
face.
Christina.
Man, I rolled so well before this.
I like how Christina's adopting the 1 die. roll.
No.
It's like,
Oh, God.
Ah!
It helps though.
okay, I'm gonna
See?
re-roll this 1-1.
Yeah.
Yeah, great.
Do you have
have
anything you
16
want to
more
burn
hope.
to get to your hope?
How did I roll 2 1s in a row? One.
Oh,
with
shit.
the-
Okay. Do you have
Do it
any?
again.
Do you have anything that you want to burn so you can get to your hope, or do you want to use
Oh.
some of the hope that's already there? And
I
if
want to
you
use
do,
the hope that's already
then
there.
maybe roll more than just 1.
Okay, okay. I'm gonna use 2 hope.
Okay.
Wait, she's already got a 6, right?
No.
No, she
Oh,
doesn't.
she
That was
didn't.
me.
Okay.
Oh my.
She should have. Oh,
Yeah.
You have 14 more hope.
We have no 1s.
just roll. Wait. You're letting her just
Burn
use
something. Yeah.
I'm letting
well,
her
she
burn
doesn't.
them.
She
The
doesn't
chat-
have any 1s.
The chat gave them
Oh, I
to
thought
you.
you-
a
don't-
roll 1. Okay, if he's
Chat
if he's
rerolls
letting you
don't
do that,
need to be ones.
if he's
No,
letting
it
you do
doesn't
that,
have
wait,
to
wait.
be 1.
Oh, okay.
I'm just saying,
So
if
if
he's
you
letting-
want to re-roll more than
Do
2
do
dice, if
something.
What
you
I'm
want to
saying,
re-roll
okay,
all
wait,
5,
wait.
you can.
Wait, what I'm saying is he's letting you re-roll them at a time. So just roll 1 die at a time, and I'll let you run.
Oh. Is that what you think you can do?
Okay.
It's just-
I'm
I
gonna
will say
2 more.
you're just going to do 2 more. Now, I'm going to tell you right now,
How about 3
Three.
more?
because we've
3.
had this whole
3
discussion.
more.
This is your last chance.
Okay.
roll
There you
3.
Because he's going to do something to you if
You're
you don't
gonna
get
die.
a 6.
Six.
Okay.
Oh,
1 6.
Okay, here's 1 more.
Okay. 1
Alright.
6, no 1s.
All right, so it's my I re-rolled 2.
So she used a total of 5.
Yeah, I re-rolled 2 dice.
bad odds.
Nothing happened there. We got a 1 here. We got a 3 here. Let's go for 6. Oh no. Let me.
Okay. Is there anything that you
um,
want to burn?
hey,
Have
can
you
I-
burned
Ooh.
things?
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh,
Zach,
that
What are you
face.
doing?
Zach, can I burn a trait and use hope if I don't succeed the roll?
One or the other.
Oh shit. I choose to use
Burn it,
Choose
reroll
the hope.
everything.
everything.
Oh, I don't know.
Roll
Oh.
at least 3.
I was thinking 4.
Okay.
Or should I do 5?
I
Okay.
don't know.
5.
I'm too stressed. We're 5
Five.
seconds
Do 4.
in.
You only need 4.
4, Zach. Let's go.
Because that was your original thought.
We have to get away from
3.
this thing.
Shit. I'm not gonna roll this. Wait. Oh shit. Here we go.
Oh, Mike. Do you need us to touch the dice?
Ah.
For real?
Uh-oh.
Zach, are you gonna kill me? Can I use more hope?
Maybe like 1 more.
Can I use
just
more
like,
hope?
Just like 1 more, Zach.
Can I use 3 more hope, Zach?
Just like 3 more, Zach.
3
Can
more.
we go home?
3 more, Zach. Can I use 3 more hope?
Oh my gosh.
3 more. Just 3 more.
What about the rest of the episode?
I am going to say, because the chat started you off so strong,
Mm.
your option right now that I will give you
Yes.
is you can use 5 or none.
Okay.
Oh
Should we
no!
take 5?
No!
Wait. No. So
But-
that's a candle out.
But that's a candle out.
So should we just do it? Let's do it. I'm gonna say yes. I need to stand for this. Jesus Christ.
Are you happy now, Zach?
Yes, you are down to 2 hope remaining.
Ah!
6. I'm gonna use. I've got 3 ones. Can I burn something?
Do
burn,
it! Burn,
burn.
it!
Okay, I burn my vice, which is rebel.
What would we have done if if we didn't have that hope?
I'm gonna.
One of you would have died because that was the plan, but
Oh my
I'm rebelling against everything, whether it's
Stress eating.
yeah, this chainsaw massacre leatherface monster. 1 shit. I'm rolling 6. 2 6s.
That one is out of the pool.
My bad. 4 dice.
Overhead is a large steel beam section.
Thanks for the hope, by the way.
As its hand, or what might be considered a hand, goes moving up to the side as it's filling up this entire space, crashing into this giant steel beam that comes dislodged from its support and comes crashing down between, I'm going to say, just to make it easy, Kurt and Lilibet and Maverick jump to the left as Mandy and Alexia jump to the right as it lands directly in the center of you all, separating you as dust comes piling up into the ground. And parts of this gelatinous form are starting to kind of reach out and brace itself as it appears like it's starting to try and stand. As you see this orange energy kind of pushing and glowing inside of it, almost as if you can see muscle fibers being created before your eyes as this orange light starts passing through the fibers within this creature, lighting up certain sections, tensing and restricting as they start to push, and you start to feel the entire ground shake underneath you as the front entrance of the building starts to rip open. The wind and rain from the storm outside comes crashing in, creating a loud kind of scream of air and debris moving directly towards, let's see, who jumped to the left? That was Kurt, Lilibet, and Maverick. That is, I need both of you to roll from the debris that are coming into the room.
Wow.
Gentlemen first.
Okay.
As you're standing there, you start to see pieces
6.
of buildings and
5.
glass and everything else ripping
It
through
was
the
1 6.
entryway.
Oh my god.
You have 2 hope.
Come on, Lily.
Jesus Christ.
1 6, no 1.
Yeah.
Well done. I don't have D6s out here, so I'm going to have to use a dice app on my phone.
He's rolling for Maverick.
I'm rolling for
Maverick's
Maverick.
Dead.
What is that?
Yo.
Whoa, heritage.
I like the lights.
Okay. I can work with that.
Oh god.
Oh,
Nice.
goodness. Oh no.
Okay. Okay. All right. So,
Do you have goosebumps right now?
Yes, yes, yes!
Maverick kind of takes the 2 of you and kind of hunkers down as you're all kind of leaned down and the air and wind is pushing out. You 2 on the opposite side, this giant steel beam is kind of blocking the incoming debris as you're seeing this creature continue to grow and kind of move up, using its force to push itself up as it's literally crashing through the floors of the building, ripping a tear directly through the front of the building. As it starts to stand, the sound is deafening as all of this debris is falling around you. What do you all do?
I die for the coal tunnels. I die for where Rex went.
Okay.
We start crawling that way.
Oh, do we have access to it? Cause the
Yeah, it's open. It's open.
It's open, but there's a
Oh,
giant
okay.
steel beam kind of blocking you all off from it. It's on the side of you 2, so you'd be able to access it in the corner. But the steel beam is creating a large block for you 2 and
But
Maverick.
it's not impossible, right? It's a block, but
Can I move back away from the monster?
Whatever
to
you
go
try to do to get to it, I'll have to make you roll for it because you're
I-
being sectioned off from it.
I mean,
What is
I w-
Maverick doing? What does Maverick tell
We
me
can
I
get
have
the
to
fuck out of here. Look, there's a monster inside here. We can just get the fuck out.
Okay, where's out?
Coal tunnel. Oh.
What do you mean?
Down.
Look,
Yeah.
what, there's a big opening
do?
in the.
Down, down!
Well, there's a big opening in the building, right? This is
The building's been ripped open.
right. So we can just actually run the fuck
Outside.
out.
Okay.
Why
It's
not?
Lily's not doing
it's
that.
literally the end of the world outside.
Down, down, please!
You guys
down.
should go to the coal tunnels.
They can't
They
hear
can't
you.
hear us.
Oh, they can't hear
You're in
us?
the middle
The
of
2
this
of us
loud
are on one
screeching.
side.
Oh, gotcha.
So what are you suggesting? Go back inside where that fucking monster is?
Going down! Lily starts crawling towards.
So you start
go
crawling.
around.
Maverick reaches and grabs your foot. Lilibet, stop.
What do we do?
Stop. We need to form a plan. We can't just go running, all right? Just stop. And don't draw any attention to yourself. We don't know yet how this thing sees, what it's interested in, and what it's going for.
Like, all I know is there's a fucking monster, huge monster, gigantic monster in there. There's only growing bigger, and we've got an exit. Okay, like what? What do you suggest? You're the badass. Come on, what?
I'm a scientist.
So what?
Let's go down where Rex went.
You
That
think
might
it's
not-
safer?
I don't want to
mean-
be here anymore.
It's not a bad idea. It's free from the storm. We don't
Okay.
know what the state of those are, but it's also very possible that this structural integrity of those tunnels
Yeah.
is compromised given how
No, no, no.
large this thing is.
Fine. Fuck.
Well,
Let's go.
quick.
Let's go.
As you all are talking,
Oh shit.
a giant kind of movement, you kind of look up, towering above you, giving you almost a sense of vertigo as you look up. This creature starts to raise itself, ripping through the building as it raises its form. It's starting to resemble that, again, of some sort of humanoid type creature, but its arms are that of long tentacles. Its legs kind of have an extra bend, like that of the rear hind legs of a dog, as it's standing up, and it starts to straighten its spine. It rips the back half of the building, the theater where Lilibet's sister and brother and mother, Lilibet's brother-in-law were once before, is completely crashed down, leaving the entire back entryway of this building exposed. Now this creature's body is kind of blocking the incoming debris from hitting you. And as you look up and its arms slowly start to reach out, as it starts to push out of the way,
Oh, God.
something catches your eye, Kurt. You see kind of over in the corner some of the new debris that's fallen from the sky, a filing cabinet. This filing cabinet has your father's name on it. And it's about 25 feet away from you, in an area where debris and stuff
That's the
are
only
flying
thing
through.
I'm focusing on. Right, I see. For some reason, I catch my father's name, and I couldn't just leave it.
And you recognize this filing cabinet. It was one that you recognize well from your father's office.
Yeah, and right
so
now
you also know in that moment,
Uh-huh.
your father's office, whatever it was, has
Yeah,
been completely
I
ripped
mean,
from the building.
he had bio. He was dead anyway. So, but tunnel vision right now. I beeline it to the.
Okay,
file
I'm going to need you to roll for that.
Oh shit.
You have
What are you
now
doing?
7
Hey.
hope available.
Oh, thank you.
Yes,
Thank you.
and 5. Fuck. 5. 4. Wait. Fuck.
You have 7 hope.
Oh Jesus. Should I just use? Sorry, I'm rolling bad today.
I'm not.
How many are you using?
What am I use for? To be honest?
Oh.
Oh fuck.
Roll all 4.
Okay. Yeah. I'll roll. 4. 5. Fucking
Keep
hell.
counting up. Nope.
4.
That's down again.
6.
Oh my
Oh, no.
Dramatic
You
spin.
have 3 more hope available.
I want to use it.
Can you? Oh no, you can't burn something.
We've
Damn.
got 5 candles left.
Yeah,
Ah.
we're gonna need that.
You think I'll let him live?
Oh.
Oh,
I'm
It's the
rolling
final
all 3.
episode.
I'm using all 3.
Every candle that goes down, you have a chance to die.
Hey, Zach wants to kill me
Using
this
all of
volume.
them.
Thank you, and sorry. I'm doing my best. 1. At least I can. Oh shit! I should have put in my hope before.
well, maybe you shouldn't have.
Fuck.
Oh, unless he's gonna kill you.
I'm gonna roll my hyperforce die. That was supposed to be my hope die. Fuck.
You rolled.
No, I've used my traits.
Well,
have
if
you used your brink?
Use your brink.
I mean, I'll use my brink, but I've got my hope to go first. Are you gonna let me use my brink? I'll use my brink if you let me use it.
What are you currently at?
I've burned 2 traits. I'm on my hope die. I'm on my hope. My brink comes after, but if you allow me to use my brink.
I will allow you to use your brink, but you will not be allowed, if you succeed, to use your hope.
I understand.
Your hope will be off the table.
I get
It
it.
will be gone.
That's
So, You are choosing to flirt with madness to save yourself, to stay in the game.
Whatever's in this filing
might
cabinet
as well go mad.
be fucking worth it.
Oh.
Where's all the magic gone? It's here. It's here.
Good faith.
Oh.
For
Do you need for one of us to touch twice?
Do it. I mean, I don't want to have any part in this. I don't mean.
Kate, I need
Oh,
everything.
no! What if I made it worse?
6.
So,
You just need a 6.
oh wait. Sorry.
Just need 1 6. 1 6.
It's 5.
1 6.
Jesus.
1 6.
Oh wait.
That doesn't
sorry.
count. It has to be in the tray.
Yeah, sorry. Come on, 6. 6.
He's not dead or mad.
Do I have my hopes
Listen,
still
turkey
available
magic.
for
We
the
did
next
it.
time?
We did it.
What's that?
Turkey
You
magic.
said, oh, did you say that if I roll, then my hopes, if I fail?
You can't use your hope.
Okay. I
Yeah,
understand. I
but you're
understand.
not dead
your
or
hope
mad,
is dead. Your hope
so-
is gone. You've lost your
Something.
hope.
I'm
You're at the end
I'm
of your
holding
brink.
on. I'm just, yeah.
Welcome
me-
to the Brink Club.
Tell me how you get to
You
that
did.
filing
Yeah.
cabinet as
So-
you're dodging
Wasn't
debris.
sure.
Right, so my brink is, wait. This isn't my brink.
Is that your...
Where do I am?
That might have
Look
been
on-
one
look
from
on your other
another
sheet.
volume or something, but you know, it's fine.
Fuck
just
it, whatever. Basically, I can see right now the monster is kind of he's growing and he's busting through the building because he's feeling confined. So he's got his own agenda. Lilibet's kind of they're doing their own thing. It looks like there's a path clear now because, like I said, the monster was the only thing obstacle in the way. But it feels like it's going the other direction on the side of the building, not inside, because it's trying to bust out.
it's still a large portion of this creature's in front of you. You'd
I
have to kind of
understand.
run, dodging the creature
Which
and all the things that are flying in.
totally
Right,
do.
and right now I'm. So I don't know if you saw, I just popped something, and it was kind of like when everything was going out, I did pop something, and essentially it was just kind of to hide it. It was one of those ones that heightens your focus, but also just kind of like relaxes your mood because I was kind of stressed, and so I used that to kind of like see what.
Hold on. I need to roll for what the side effects of that might be.
Oh,
You can't tell me you're just taking performance-enhancing and drugs that have no negative side
basically,
effects.
I take
Well,
it and
maybe-
I turn into Superman.
maybe it's
and
recreational
I
and
become
not
a
performance.
speedster at the same time, and
It's very low dose.
Very low dose of recreational hyper-awareness.
Okay.
And you find what in the file
in any
cabinet?
case, I run to the filing cabinet
You find-
because I've been able to dodge all the debris.
and it's open, right?
it's
I'm
you
waiting.
get to the filing cabinet.
Yeah.
And you see your father's name, and it's kind of wedged open. Now the wind is blowing in.
Yeah.
Papers are starting to fly out of
I'm
this
just trying to grab everything.
filing cabinet.
Yeah,
You're
yeah.
grabbing stuff. You look down, and you notice as this cabinet is open, you see a file with your name on it, Kurt Wellington.
Oh! Of course, I grab grab it and I put it kind of like in my jacket
Okay.
within bucket, and I look back to see where Maverick and Lily.
And you
Lily
find a
went.
teleportation
And I
device.
find a teleportation device.
So you take this file and you start to run back. Now,
Yeah.
you are now closer to where the tunnel would be.
Okay, and I see they were going there, and by the end of it, I did agree to go there, so I just go there.
So
And well, I kind of wait because I'm that type.
you're
I'm-
okay.
yeah.
You're continuing to see debris and everything else.
But
gonna-
I'm still waiting.
a little
I want
bit.
them to.
You're sitting with Maverick as Maverick's kind of like comforting you. You've now just seen this entire section of the building crumble. The back half of this lobbyway where the theater was located. Lilibet, they're dead.
I'm going,
Okay, they're dead. We have to move forward. We have to move forward. Okay. Just,
Oh, real tears.
you have to survive.
Okay.
So
I'm waving.
can you
to
do
them.
this? Okay. All right. On the count of 3. 1, 2, and as she goes to say 3,
Oh my god.
the creature's tentacle kind of reaches out, grabs her, and
Oh.
starts to
Name.
lift her away.
I run back to Lilibet because I know she's gonna fucking.
As she goes to reach for you, and and you grab her hand and you pull.
Oh
You have a choice to make.
no!
Oh.
Oh.
You can roll right now.
Okay.
That's
To-
your choice.
I will
or
do
you
that.
can let her go.
No!
Nice.
No, new mama! I'ma save
Good.
you!
I'm glad. I'm proud of you.
Oh,
You
come
did
on.
them
Don't
proud.
look at me like that.
You did them proud.
Oh,
Okay.
no.
Oh, okay.
What are you gonna burn? What's going on?
I'm
You
gonna
have
burn.
one hope available.
I'm burning strong-willed.
Nice.
That's perfect.
You were doing them
And that's
proud.
just for this,
like I
right?
said.
Just for the
Yeah.
one?
yeah.
Do you have any 6s?
No.
No.
You have one hope available from the
So,
audience.
let's
I
roll
will
like
also.
this.
Can I do that at the same time before
Yes.
I roll? I'm doing
Yes.
both.
Do
I'm
it.
doing the hope and the burn. Come on, Lilibet.
Roll
Oh, that's
that one.
cocked.
cocked.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
cocked. Reroll it.
Lilibet!
Six!
Nice, Kate.
Oh my god.
Wow.
As Lilibet's holding on to Maverick, her face is switching between Lilibet and Margo. She's going, no, no! Oh, no!
Now, I rolled more 6s than you, so I'm going to take this.
Okay.
But you did succeed, and I gave you a choice, and you chose to risk it. So, as you start to pull, and she's holding on, you see another part of this long tentacle start to kind of raise from outside and start to turn into this spear as it starts to light up, and you see almost like circuits as it's going, and it's about to move in, and then Margo kind of takes over your personality. And Margo very clearly says stop out loud. As for some reason,
Stop.
and I'm going to say, because you're waving at them,
Yeah.
you see this. You see Margo say stop. And you, Margo, in that moment, feel this strange flash as the world around you goes dark. It's quiet and it's calm. And in front of you, you see kind of a feeling. It's hard to describe because it's not something visual, it's not tangible, but you recognize it. Margo doesn't understand it, doesn't know what it is, but says stop again.
Stop.
And what you see is this tentacle drop Maverick as Maverick comes falling into your arms, pushing you to the ground. As you wake up, given that you chose to risk it, I'll allow you to then take that action towards the well if you would like.
Yeah, Margo stands up, grabs Maverick, and pulls her over towards the hole.
As
Get
you
over
are
here!
waving them over,
go!
two of you, as you run around the side of this beam, more beams start to fall as the entire lobby is starting to crash.
Yeah.
As this giant creature continues to move forward effortlessly. It appears what you saw was minuscule. The entire creature did not respond. It wasn't as if everything had stopped in that moment. It was this small part of itself that for some reason let go of Maverick. You don't fully process this. There's all sorts of this crazy going on. But the creature itself is continuing to move forward, crashing through the building as it exits out onto South Wacker Street and crashes into the Metropolitan at the back side of Willis Tower and starts moving away across the street, smashing into buildings. The two of you now see the others coming around the beam. And are you making your way to the tunnel as well?
Definitely. Already dived into it.
Okay. Are you heading towards the tunnel?
I am. I'm behind Mandy, and as we're entering it, I kind of like grab her shoulder.
What?
This thing might be my fault.
No crap! No crap! Oh my god!
Listen,
Can I say that you guys are saying this as you're climbing down in the tunnel? Because if you stop and talk out here, you're going to die.
okay,
Okay.
we're climbing down, but we're
Yeah.
halfway down.
Yeah, you're climbing into the tunnel. Rex is at the bottom and waving you in.
Are you just figuring this out now? How emotionally, like, stunted are you?
Let me save you.
What?
I kick her. I want to try to kick her off so that she falls the rest of the way into the tunnel.
I mean, I'll allow it. So you basically kick her down as she fall. You fall to the bottom. Rex catches you
No,
as
Rex!
you fall to the ground.
The hell is your problem?
Rex was already down there waving you down. It makes sense. He catches you as you fall and onto him as you both fall into the darkness.
I point and you're like, you stay the heck away from
As
me.
you're falling down, the two you all
Crazy
get to the
person.
tunnel. As you're leading down, Maverick goes down.
I hate
You
that
go
I
down,
saved
You've got this
you.
file
Yeah.
in there. And you all start walking down into the tunnel as the debris and everything's falling out. As some of the debris is falling into this tunnel as well. And
the last one?
as you get to the bottom, I'm going to say that Kurt is the last one.
Yeah.
Close
I
it!
would, yeah. I close it. I close whatever hatch there was.
There isn't really a hatch because
Oh.
it was broken in the last one to get open, wasn't it? To bust
So-
open.
No, I think
Broken!
Rex found. I don't think it was.
Is it quieter in here at least?
Yeah, should be.
It is.
Okay.
The sound of the wind screeching through is audible. The rumble and the shake of the creature's footsteps are felt. The debris from the top of the tunnel ceiling, the dust and the dirt with every footstep comes falling down from the ceiling with every step. The entire earth shakes.
Rex,
You hear
lead the way.
Chicago crashing
Wait.
around you.
Everyone, let's just call it what it is. We're dead. We might as well just take it into our own hands.
Everyone stay away from her. She kicked me off the ladder.
I'm trying to save you.
That's not saving anyone.
You just said we're dead and you're trying to save us. I don't get you.
Just stay away
Look,
from her.
do you want to die by our own hand, or do you want that monster to eat you?
What? You mean suicide? Is that what you're saying?
It won't be suicide.
Why don't you just go up there and go talk to
Wait,
it?
wait, what are
Maybe
you trying
it'll
to say?
listen
What
to
are you
you.
trying
I
to
like
say?
that idea.
Yeah, go talk to
Go
it.
What
have
are
a
you
chat.
trying to say?
You're its mother, right? Just go talk to it. Rex, can we leave?
Wait, she's trying to say something. What are you trying to say here?
I'm trying to say,
Spit it out.
you know what? No. I know what I have to do now. You're right. Maybe if I go up there and try to reason with it.
Oh my god. Yes.
So you guys
Do it.
You guys go.
Great plan.
Don't do it. Don't do it.
Oh my
Rex,
god.
Rex, let's get out of here. I think she's going to have a
Rex,
conversation.
let's just go. You can follow us,
fine with
or
that.
you can't just stay away
You
from
crazy
me.
lady.
I'll
Don't
buy-
do
stay
it.
away.
No matter
hold,
what, I'll
hold for
buy
1
you
second.
time.
Hold for 1 sec. As everything that just transpired and the arguing that's going on through your heads, in a way, this is a moment better than any that you would start to reflect without even consciously doing so on your life, like your life flashing before your eyes before you die, because the world you know, you understand is now dead. Whatever world you were a part of, whatever life you led, you may still be breathing, but it's dead. So, Mandy, do you mind giving us a flashback?
Mandy immediately thinks of the last time that she saw her mom. It was at her mom's extremely luxurious condo in the foyer because her mom was not letting her in. And during that time, her mother basically read her the riot act of, I didn't pay for all of that training and for you to go to film school and have all of those connections for you to go basically live in a hovel with 2 other people, to not do permits, to not make movies, to be this little rat, in a sewer somewhere with a camera. And Mandy, tries to reason with her mother, and her mom says, you either change this or you never come back here again. You embarrass me. That you are an embarrassment. I no longer have a daughter.
Okay. Lilibet.
Ooh.
Flashback.
Honestly, wasn't expecting that. Well,
Actually,
because she's currently Margo.
this is true, and I'm gonna make you hold on that.
Okay.
I'm gonna make you hold on that.
Holding.
I have some information. It's just for Kurt.
Information.
Hmm.
Oh shit. We can't hear anything.
Kurt,
Yeah.
as the rest are arguing, you're standing at the bottom of this cellar, the only place where there's a little bit of light coming through.
Exactly.
You use this light to take the folder out.
I don't want to hear it.
What you see makes your heart sink. Kurt Wellington. Subject trial number 2323. You, Kurt, are a clone. Your father lost a son named Kurt many years ago to cancer. He partnered with Synchroneity to take that DNA and enhance it to rid of the cancerous cells. You see through those logs. You survived the years you were expected to get cancer. This has contributed to Synchroneity's experimental DNA, we'll say, splicing, as far as that sheet is concerned. Your father contested this, contested the research, documenting throughout that sheet changes through you, Kurt Wellington's clone, changes that he attributes to whatever Synchroneity put within the DNA strand. An addictive personality, prone to violence. These things, he was concerned, would not make you the Kurt Wellington that he knew. Within that folder, you see the names of other subjects who are part of your trial group, a part of your cloning trial group, that all inhibited similar side effects. It appears that your father was building a case against Synchroneity to sue them for what he considered a failure. You're quickly scanning through the rest of the pages, and you notice the name Lilibet Beckett.
No fucking way.
It's up to you what you do with that information.
So just to be clear, the clone, the attributes that I have currently, I do have violence, right? Or did that
You
get
have
taken-
violent tendencies,
Yeah.
an addictive personality.
Yeah.
Now, these are things that your father claimed were not personality traits
Right.
of the original Kurt Wellington.
Yeah.
And he is certain had something to do with whatever DNA splicing was done by Synchroneity.
Gotcha. So and Lilibet is a clone as well.
Yes. And may also be exhibiting similar side effects.
Yeah.
Those side effects are not listed, but the people who are
Gotcha.
listed in this would most likely be a part of the
Gotcha,
same
gotcha,
lawsuit
gotcha.
your father was conducting,
Yeah.
and could possibly
Yeah.
be why Lilibet's father moved to the United States. As she had mentioned, it just happened, was to be a part of this lawsuit. Now, you have all this information, and I would like to follow that up with a
We're back.
flashback from you, Kurt. This would obviously send you into a little bit of a retrospective state of mind.
So as far as long as Kurt can remember, he's always had violent tendencies, and that's included the tendency to kill. Very early on, he was very neglected. His father was, like I said before, he was the owner of one of the largest investment companies, Goldman Wellington. His father was never there for him. His mother was never there for him. She was always one of those, like, those Beverly Hills housewife types that were always on Valium and always just on drug themselves up. He was very alone. He didn't feel love, and with that feeling of alone and not feeling love, he decided one day to take it out on one of his parents. Well, he wanted to take it out on both, but he took it out on his mum because she was always home with her dosage of her pills, and he stuck in something different and resulted in her ODing, and so she died. Ever since then, the drugs has been a thing, a reoccurring thing, a theme in his life, and he's...
How did Kurt handle this guilt?
He handled it with drugs, basically.
Did his father ever know that you dosed
No, I don't think so.
his mother?
No. Yes, he did. No, that he did.
He
That
knew
he
that
did.
you were the one
Yeah.
that changed her dosage. If you changed your mother's,
Yeah. I actually did have that in my head way before. Actually, I did.
Okay,
that,
so
Um,
okay,
but that's why he's always like a walking pharmacy, because basically he's running away from that demon. He's avoiding the demon through maintaining his state through constant drugs, mood enhancers, mood relaxants, things to kind of like shut out that demon within him. That's why he's not.
Okay.
Yeah, but yeah.
now I will say in this moment,
Okay.
whether or not you choose to share that information that I gave you is up to you. If you choose to share it now, it will obviously change how I move forward in this moment. So that's the only reason I'm asking if you're choosing to share the information.
Yes, I do.
Okay.
I pull a little bit aside.
Excuse me.
Margo, this
Yes?
is something that pertains to you and Lilibet.
Is this necessary to do this now?
Yes, very
Oh,
necessary.
Okay.
This was, as you saw, I ran to the cabinet. It had my father's name on it. Have
Insane.
A look. Just have a look.
Mandy's
should- I-
extremely curious. If two people are sharing something, she's going to stick her head in. Or am
I'm
I
gonna
still yelling at
say
her?
You might notice it, but you're not going to be able to see or understand what's going on in this moment. Lilibet,
So Margo looks over
Margo.
the papers.
What you see in these papers is a very detailed account from Kurt's father of Kurt, that's standing beside you, being a cloned subject of Synchroneity. Kurt's father lost a young boy at a young age, lost this child to cancer. He paid Synchroneity to make him a new child, an identical replica of Kurt. Now, to do this, he was worried that the cancer would once again stricken this boy's body. So, one moment, I'll get to that in a little
Oh
bit.
my god.
He asked Synchroneity to experiment with their DNA splicing.
Wow.
This DNA splicing resulted in what Kurt's father documents as a very different son than the one he knew before. And he's conducting a lawsuit against Synchroneity. In this sheet, you see all the horrible things that Kurt's father has documented that Kurt has done over the years, including the killing of his mother. You see all this. Now, at first you wonder how this pertains to you, and then that's where you see it. On the list of other people joining this lawsuit is your father's name along with your own.
Henry.
Lilibet Beckett. Test subject 2721. You, Lilibet, are a clone. Now these sheets do not tell you who the real Lilibet Beckett was, why you were cloned from Lilibet Beckett, but you were. And if this lawsuit was to be believed, you as well would be exhibiting side effects of Synchronicity's DNA splicing. You are Margo right now, correct?
Mm-hmm.
I think Margo would understand that most likely better than Lilibet would. This is the information you know, and I am now bringing everyone else back in.
Did you read this?
Of course I did.
Has anyone else read it?
No.
Well, I feel like I might throw up, but I'm going to.
What do you want to do that bitch? It's
There are a number of things actually I'd love to do, but Oh, Lilibet. Oh, Kurt.
And
This is
for a
all
third
sick.
thing,
Hmm?
stay away from me.
I'm trying.
What happened to them?
I'm
Oh.
trying to help you.
No, that's not trying to help. You don't kick someone off a ladder by trying to help them.
Listen.
Me helping you was
Wouldn't you
not
rather?
dying.
Do you want to expect your own death, or do you want to just be gone?
Al, before we
Because
move,
those are your two options right now.
I bet Henry knew about
before we
this.
move too much further forward,
Sorry.
we are owed a flashback a little bit,
good time.
and
to
that
hold,
is why
yeah.
we waited.
Yeah. Good,
Perfect.
good call.
So, Margo threw the paper, and while this fighting's happening, she's going over a few things in her head, trying to figure out exactly when she did come about, because that story that Lilibet told her about the horse doesn't really make sense. I mean, the therapist told her there was a noise from the audience, but no one's ever talked about a noise from the audience startling her horse before, so maybe that therapist, Margot's thinking, maybe that son of a bitch lied to Lilibet just to calm her down. Maybe Henry Beckett knew a lot more about me and everything that's going on that he let. I bet all of this was a lie. I bet he was in with. I bet he was bringing. Oh my. That therapist absolutely lied to Lilibet. I am something. I don't know what it is, but Henry knew. Can't ask him anymore, but there's a reason he brought us here, and I bet it wasn't for his job. I bet it was for Lilibet. Sick. Sick. Disgusting.
The six of you are starting to lose light as the debris up above is closing the hole, the entryway into this tunnel. And you smell something rotten, like a rotten egg kind of smell filling the tunnels as the ground around you continues to shake and crumble. The sound of dust falling with every footstep, rocks clattering, a deep, deep boom with each footstep.
Rex, have you been down here before? Is that a good smell? Bad smell.
You have a light on you?
He's
Rex?
never been here before.
Let me roll to see if Rex has a light on it.
I mean, he's a janitor. You know, very prepared
It is the end of the world.
occupation.
Pulls out a light.
Nice.
He's got kind of a little lamp on him.
Trying to see what's down.
Yeah.
through the light.
As he shines the light down the tunnel, you see nothing but a long, straight tunnel, a line leading into darkness.
Well, we're not
Well.
going back up there.
Yeah, let's go.
Let's
Nice.
Does anybody's electronics work yet?
Oh,
We just like
shit.
try all of our electronics.
No.
Did anybody see where Lilibet put her purse? No.
Oh.
Shit.
Margo, hi.
Hey. It's not
Welcome
great.
back.
Yeah. Don't really want to be here, but alright.
shall we?
No, I don't think any of us want to be.
I mean, that's true.
yeah, let's walk.
I do want to go up again with the monster.
You would like to go up?
Yes.
So the rest of the group starts to walk forward. As they're walking forward, Rex kind of looks at you, Mandy, and he's pointing down at his light.
Oh, it's not gonna last long. Like maybe
10 minutes?
hours.
10 minutes. 10 minutes of
10
light.
minutes.
Fine.
All right.
Let's.
That'll at least get us to maybe the next manhole cover, or such. And we'll
Okay.
decide from there.
You're walking forward. I'm going to say you don't even realize that Alexia...
Or care.
It's
I
horrible
wouldn't care
smell. You
either
know, it's a
way.
vertical. That's me walking off.
You walk back up. As you go to push some of the debris out of the way and you look out, you don't see the monster in front of you.
Oh,
You see wind. You see
that.
debris, glass, trash cans, remnants of bodies that have been destroyed. People who may have survived the initial blast, alive no longer. You also see people who did survive the blast, but are no longer human.
Oh.
Running through the streets, chasing in the general direction, forever joining the monster, increasing its size and its power. You hear all this, see all this, you can tell the exact direction this monster is purely by the sound, deafening, creating waves of destruction as it walks. What do you do?
I try to kind of stick. I try to keep my distance from the monsters walking towards it, but I do go toward.
Just walking towards it's going to require a roll because you're entering basically a hurricane without protection.
How far is it?
Each footstep's probably now equal to a quarter mile as it continues to tower larger and larger. You're going to have to walk a couple blocks to catch back up to it as it's moving throughout the city.
Let's do it.
So you're rolling to run through these streets. As you exit into the lobby, the wind is blowing you as you're bracing against the wind as it's pushing you along. Your small, frail form, your...
Frail?
How old are you at this point?
80!
As your 80-year-old body is being pushed
It's
around.
a good 80. 6.
She got a 6.
Cool.
Do you want to burn something so you can get to your hope?
Not yet. I'm gonna use 1 hope.
Okay. You have 4 left after that.
2 6s. 2 2s.
Oh. Okay. I rolled no 6s, so tell me how you reach the monster.
So I'm just kind of, I find a trash can lid, kind of using it to block any debris coming, at least to my face. I'm still like limping and bleeding from my right side, so I'm pretty much.
I'm glad you reminded me of that now instead of before you rolled, or I would have definitely made you roll at disadvantage.
Oh, okay. Well, so in her mind, it's pretty much this is what she thinks she can do to kind of redeem herself, because she's not gonna last much longer, even if she does make it through the tunnels with them. So I just kind of slowly but surely make my way up to the monster.
You find your way, working your way through all the debris and the wind, and you've kind of moved directly down the middle of the street as you've now kind of come underneath its extremely loomingly tall body. It's now as tall as the buildings that surround it, as it's almost just pushing them out of the way with its tentacle arms. Some of them, when it's pushing, new ones just form to aid in that push, just demolishing them as it walks. The sky above it circles black. It is the storm. As you get to its kind of center position, there's a calmness as the eye of the storm is weak. And crows, vultures circle its base. What do you do?
Does it see me? Can I get its attention somehow?
If you would like to.
I want to.
Okay. What do you do to get its attention?
I still have my knife. Oh.
No,
Oh, no, I didn't mean
I've got
it.
your knife.
You have my knife?
Yeah, because you put it in her hand, I took it out. I've got it.
Oh, no, didn't you take it back?
No, I took
thought
it back.
I thought she was like, can I have that back? And I was like,
no.
It's kind of irrelevant.
when
A
she-
Oh, okay.
knife will
I've
do
got the
nothing
knife.
to
She
this
put it
tiny
in
your
creature.
hand,
So
I
what do
took
you
it
do to
out.
get its attention?
I guess. What if I try to climb it?
Oh, last time someone tried to climb it. Okay.
Did someone try and climb it?
Someone tried to climb an
Iffy.
outer god.
If he was mad at the time, though.
Oh my god.
Didn't end well, can I just say?
I don't think I saw that, did I?
No.
No,
Would you
that
like
was-
to
that was like
just
2 episodes.
department
Announce
see where you
yourself
died.
to it? See
Yes,
if it
I want to announce
responds?
myself to it.
Oh my god. Oh,
So what do
I'm
you
so
say to
scared.
this creature?
What's its name again?
Bonjour.
Do
It
I know?
is-
What would I call it?
What would you call it?
Yeah.
I mean,
It's a yog.
what is it to you but your experiment?
Yeah.
It goes
So-
by many names, but none that you have had the privilege to know.
So I just yell up to it. hey? Wait, loud.
So you just yell at the sky.
Yeah. I just yell at the sky, hey, trying to get its attention.
Oh my god.
Roll for me.
Oh snap.
It's gonna work, guys. Don't worry.
If you roll well, it's like, hey, and if you roll bad, it's like, hey.
Okay, that's not
Yeah.
bad.
No, the
You're
hey
like,
just
I'm
succeeding
your mother.
the roll determines who hears you.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, so I want to burn my
Yeah.
negative trait, my vice.
What
Which
is your
is?
vice?
It's manipulative.
Yeah, that's it.
Very
It's
apt.
worked, yeah.
Yeah.
Very apt for now.
Oh.
How many ones did you have?
2.
So you re-roll those 2 ones. Now, you have 4 hope available.
Okay.
You can choose to re-roll those other dice as well. But if you
Oh.
roll your trait and you fail, you fail.
Oh, wow.
Ooh. Okay, I'll
You,
re-roll the other die as well.
you got a cute anime picture you just wrote.
That's good,
Thank
yeah.
you.
So you're re-rolling the 2 ones and the 2 other dice as well.
2 hope
Yep.
used.
Okay.
Give it a good
She got a 6.
God.
And 2
I'm
6s.
gonna win.
And a 1.
Well,
You re-lose the 1.
we have 3 die,
We got 3 die. 5 candles.
but still 5 counts.
You yell out to this creature. At first, it doesn't respond, and many other creatures come running out from the buildings around it,
Whoa.
circling around its feet, staring at you. Their bodies glowing orange, led by the tech inside of them, tech that you put in them.
No.
Mm-hmm.
As they surround you, the creature stops. Its face doesn't turn. You find yourself looking to the sky. And then out of the corner of your eye, you notice movement on its heel as a form steps out
Oh.
from
Yay.
the shape.
Okay.
A form that resembles that of what you created. The clone of Director Bunny. As he steps out of this gelatinous shape, as the fibers kind of rip around it, leaving these long kind of stretches of skin as it kind of rips through and walks towards you, a suit kind of forms as he strengthens his tie, walks directly towards you. Miss Martin, pleasure to finally meet you.
Listen. I'm not long for this world, and you know that. I just ask that, as somebody who helped create you,
You created nothing
but without me,
but an abomination.
well, be that as it may, I ask you to let me.
You can ask nothing of me. Oh, I'm sorry, I forgot. You've spent a life in power. Here you have none. You ask nothing. You can beg all you like.
If not somebody who can be your equal, because I am not, just let me be part of this. Absorb me. Take me with you. Please.
Miss Martin. I think you overestimate your value.
What?
Why do you think you matter?
I don't. But this is my fault. So let me be with it until the end. What use is there for me to die alone in some cave with strangers who hate me? Whose fault is that?
I think we need to set some terms and baseline understanding of our current situation. Would that help?
Okay.
Oh god.
You are completely irrelevant. Merely a pause, a curiosity. the closer I get to my original form, the more I understand. Now, I don't care to or want to, but it could be useful to keep this from happening again, I guess. This moment, right now, I will most likely forget it.
Then
Because you don't matter.
why? You say that, yet instead of squishing me or killing me instantly, you took the time to create a form and speak to me like a human, which shows that one, somewhere deep down inside your monstrous body, there is a part of you that acknowledges my importance in this, and two, that there is a part of you that is still human, be it as little as it may.
Human. 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 This abomination. You brought this on yourselves. We wanted nothing more than to live as all things, as you do. That I can relate to. To be whole, to be one. Curious, yes. What use are you to me? To us? To the future?
Maybe I don't serve any purpose, but I just humbly ask you that instead of wasting the carbon matter, the energy that I am, the 80 years of creating and building, which ultimately led to this, instead of just snuffing it out like a candle. Let me be part of it. Let me be part of the end that I created.
Fair enough. He turns, walks back into his form. You hear him laughing as he disappears from view. And the creature continues on, leaving you alone in the middle of the street, surrounded by destruction, death, and decay. And that is where you sit. What do you do?
Whoa. Ah. Wow, I don't have anywhere to go.
Yeah, you do.
Time to go for a stroll into the ocean.
Yeah, I mean, you can head back to the coal tunnel if you want. I mean, you can follow the monster.
Yeah.
I mean,
Or
what do you think your person would do?
Or you can choose to sit in it,
That's
to accept rather than join or hide, but to accept the world you created.
So
It's your choice.
exactly where I stood when he left me is where I sit down, and for the first time in years, I kind of completely let my mask fall away, and I just I lay in the street with the debris surrounding me, and I close my eyes and I just hope and wait to die.
Okay. I will allow it. And a candle goes out.
Cristina.
I think that's the record for
That was a lot.
for the same person for candles going out.
Oh,
Oh yeah.
oh yeah.
I think that was like 4.
Yeah.
The
it's like
loop
all of them.
continues to spin. As we begin chapter 7. In the tunnels, you continue to walk forward.
Wait, where's the birch?
You noticed for a moment that the ground stopped shaking, if just for a moment, and that is where you looked around and noticed
Where's the birch?
Alexia was missing.
Did she actually go to talk to it?
I don't know. I don't know.
Good riddance.
I refuse to feel
Goodness.
guilty about that, though.
Oh, I don't feel anything about it. I'm just surprised. My hand still really hurts.
You hear a banging on the flashlight.
Oh,
5 minutes. Okay.
should we run? Perhaps we should try.
The smell has gotten stronger as you walk.
This is not
Each
a
of
good
you
sign.
now I will say this. Though the smell has gotten stronger to you, the smell has become commonplace in a way that it almost seems like it's going away.
Huh?
Your
We've gotten used to it.
eyes are going fuzzy. Your vision is starting to blur a little bit.
Right. Hey, is there gases? Is this what the smell is? Is gas in here?
I don't know. Let's look
I don't.
for.
Maverick is like.
Okay, so it's not just me, huh?
no, my head is spinning.
What are we doing? We're gonna get closer to
Okay.
this thing, or what?
Using the light. We look for because we've walked far enough for there to be like another ladder leading to another opening.
Yes,
so
that's my concern too. There isn't any air movement down here, and the smell's getting worse. That makes me think this is a dead end.
And there's possibly gas down here that's
using
affecting us.
using the
Could be
light.
even a lack of
Can we see the
oxygen.
next ladder to for an opening to get out to the street?
You know what to do.
Oh.
3 dice. 3 dice.
No, 4.
4.
Because we have.
Oh, yeah, we just ended
Yeah.
chapter. My bad.
I mean,
Okay.
Well,
Do we have any hope?
You have 3 hope available. So I'm going to say that you've taken this flashlight and you start running down the tunnel. You have
Mhm.
3 hope available.
I'm gonna use them.
all right.
Turkey power. Yikes. Wow. Okay. I've got my brink left.
Have
Yeah.
you used your hope die?
I lost my hope.
Okay, so your brink is left. You're flirting with madness.
Oh, she.
Wow.
I didn't say I was going to use it. I
Oh.
just said I have it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, no, if you are.
What would you like to do?
Get us out of here.
I don't know. I don't know if anybody else wants to try running with the flashlight.
I mean,
Nobody else is volunteering.
there's only one
Fine.
flashlight.
We'll see how this goes. I'll take you all with me if I go mad.
Hey,
I'm
yeah.
telling you now. Wow.
It's a little late for Lilibet.
Come on. I don't want to be mad. Oh, I don't want to be mad. Please, 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 please. Just 1-6. 1-6.
Oh my God.
Wow.
It's
I'm
really
You
unraveling.
run.
Or there's no hope, right?
You run.
Because I
And
got
you run.
3 1s.
We're
Yeah.
running.
Did you hear that?
I got 3 1s.
You run through the tunnel with the light.
What? Whoa.
As you
Yep.
run, you feel your vision continue to blur more and more as the sound of thundering boom with every couple feet, boom,
It's
as the
enclosed
ground rattles in
space.
front of you, boom,
The spaces
and you
are
feel tunnel vision literally caving in as the booms tighten your vision, as your vision
Oh,
itself
God, I can't be
focuses
here.
in, as the world around you gets darker
I
and
can't be here,
closer
I
and
can't be
tighter
here.
and closer and darker and tighter, and we begin chapter number 8.
Whoa. Ones, but
Okay,
Sorry.
you, Mandy, have lost all sense of self. You are a shell of what you used to be. The enclosed space, the horror of what you see, the sound of the booming above you, signaling the continued destruction of all things. You've gone mad. Maverick and Rex, Lilibet and Kurt have all come up on Mandy, chasing after the light as she's fallen to the ground with the light next to her.
hey, get up!
No, it's only here, it's only here.
She's got the light. Does she have the light?
Oh my god,
light
she's
on the
gone
ground.
Lilibet.
I take. What's right?
She's hysterical like Lilibet.
I take the light off.
I hold on to the light.
You hold on to the light, so as they go to
Yeah.
grab it, you take it.
Yeah.
And you're holding on to
it's mine. It's the only thing that's mine.
What do we do? Maverick.
We need to get that light.
I don't know why you keep looking to me for answers, okay? I'm just...
We can't breathe. I can't breathe.
Does she need
I
something?
can't breathe.
Does she
I
need
can't
something?
breathe.
Great idea.
Yes.
I give it.
Lilibet?
I'm sorry, Lilibet's not here right now.
Margo?
Yes?
I can't feel the left side of my face.
Shit, Mandy, we need that light, girl.
Margo starts slapping the side of Maverick's face.
I
Come on! No, 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 come on!
And I'm doing the
There's
same with
no
Mandy.
end. There's no
I need the
end.
light. We need the
There's no
light.
end.
Give us the light.
I throw the light down the tunnel.
Oh shit.
Margo
Okay.
jumps up and runs after the
Yeah.
light, grabs it, and keeps running.
Me
So
too.
you all continue to run.
I grab Mandy and I know man left behind, so I grab her and I'm just kind of like dragging her.
Maverick, now!
Okay, Maverick's running after you. You're running down the tunnel. If you're looking for an exit, someone's going to have to succeed a roll.
Okay, I'll roll.
So you're trying to escape.
Because I got nothing to
Yeah.
burn.
Yeah, I should be. I have something.
I'm
That is a 1-1 and no 6s.
But you get something to burn, right?
Yeah, I do. I can. What does Lilibet have? I can burn inexperienced because she's currently Margo, who is
So
slightly
this is
more
just to reroll
experienced.
a 1.
I mean,
One die.
we don't have any hope, do we?
You have no hope.
Yeah, then.
You are at 0 hope right now.
I'm going
The
to
only
do
way
my
to get hope
best.
is for new subscribers or interactions from the chat. It's
Okay.
crazy how hard this game is without their help, right?
It's very difficult.
It's
So
extremely
Margo's running with the light.
It's okay.
Nope.
You have one more hope.
Oh.
I want to do it. Thank you. I want to do it.
Oh, all the good.
I mean,
all
I've been
the
rolling
good.
bad. I've been rolling
all the
bad
good that
this-
there is to give.
Oh. Shit, do I have to roll?
Do you want to roll your
I can't
brink?
roll.
Can he roll
You
his
have one
brink?
more hope.
Oh.
The chat is rallying for
Oh my god!
We're never gonna get out of this tunnel.
Which one do I roll? This one? Okay.
you. The chat is rallying for you.
Oh, God.
Come on,
Come on, Margo.
You owe it to them to stop rolling so damn poorly.
I'm gonna
We're
try.
trying. What
I
did you
wanna
do to
roll
these
it like
dice,
with my mouth
Zach?
or something. That's a 5. It's so close.
God. Oh God. We're never getting out of this tunnel.
we're
Why are we
not.
running? Why are we running?
It's like,
There is no escape.
where's the worm to tell us to go
There's
straight?
no escape.
As you're running, you hear the sound of a thud.
Maybe Rex wants to roll for an escape.
Ah, funny you bring up Rex now. No one brought him up when you were running earlier. Now, you hear a thud, You turn and you see Maverick on the ground. You notice Rex is nowhere to be seen.
Maverick!
I
Maverick, up time now.
like I can't carry
Oh.
both of you. All
What is
right.
happening to you?
I can't see.
Do we need to run back or what? What are we running towards?
There's no
We're-
way out.
we're gonna run
Where
out
are
of
we
light?
running to? There's no way out.
Maverick puts her hand up on your shoulder. There. It's poison.
Oh shit.
That's right.
As her eyes
No.
go dim
No.
and fall to the side of her face.
Maverick! Shit.
We begin. Chapter number 9.
Just have to
I
roll.
would
First
like
round.
to let you know.
Did we just cut back into us shouting at each other?
Yes, you did.
Basically, we're going like, what the fuck do we do?
I would like to let you both know.
All three of us know.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's-
who's
well,
dead?
You're crazy.
I was
I
like,
would
what does
let-
that
I'm
mean?
not
I would like
dead,
to let the
Zach.
3 of you know that only 2 candles remain and there are only 2 dice in your dice pool. The chat has very generously gotten you up to 7 hope.
Oh wow.
thank
Let me roll.
you.
Let me roll.
Oh my
Let me roll.
Very generously.
Very.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
Thank you,
Very,
thank
very,
you.
thank
Let me
you.
roll. Let me roll. I mean,
Don't-
we-
don't look
You now
for-
realize the tunnel is poisoned.
Yeah.
Maverick's body lay on the ground in front of you. Each of you. Your vision is blurry.
Yeah.
You're feeling tingling sensations
Yeah.
in your fingertips, palms of your hands, the bottom of your feet, like hair standing up on your arms throughout your entire body as motor functions become more complicated,
I drop Mandy.
difficult.
When,
Now,
when he drops me, I discover a
You go-
great.
Let me roll. Let me roll. Let me
We've
roll.
got 7.
I know. Just let me roll. I've got Brink as well.
Okay, well,
Let me roll. You're gonna make an
I,
action.
I
Let me
say
do the
I say
action.
out loud. There's a grate here.
And I look for the grate.
It smells like there's fresh air coming from it. Keeping in mind, I'm mad.
she says this out loud.
That's
now,
true.
whether or not what she says is real
No, that's true.
will
And I'll get
will
to say.
depend on your result.
Jeez.
All right, let's go. We got this.
I found a fresh air grate.
6, 4,
We
6,
can get out.
3.
You have 7 hope.
Can I?
Yeah.
Do I have to say in advance how many I want to use?
Both of them.
It's 2 at
So-
a time.
No, I
So
can just
2
say,
at a time.
Okay. So can I say I use more than? If I roll 2 and failed, can I use more?
Yes.
Okay, cool. I use 2. 5, 6.
Oh my god. There's
Okay.
a fresh air grate here.
You
It's
walk
right
up
here.
and you run over towards Mandy as she's kind of hugging this crate as you do feel
It's
a
a
slight breeze coming through. You lean in to take this grate kind of off. Now this grate is like you hear the sound of moving water. Okay? You also still have this kind of smell coming through and you feel extremely weak as you pull and Lilibet, you lean down and you start pulling and
Margo.
you see what they're doing and you start pulling too. All 3 of you pulling on this grate, starting to can as it breaks free and all 3 of you fall in as you hit the water and start moving as you're being thrown, tossed, turned, every which direction. You see a light in the distance.
It's up. It's
You see a
live.
light. You're continuing to be tossed, turned, thrown in every which direction. As the light becomes larger and larger. And you're all thrown from this sewage drainage pipe
Catwoman style?
into a waste collection kind of
Oh,
overflowing with the rain, the storm, the movement,
so we're out.
a mix of sewage and rainwater and debris pushed off the streets, moving you through. You're out and you're on the outside of downtown.
Jesus, we're in downtown.
You see in the distance as the wind is blowing you in every which direction. You can barely stand up on the edge of this bank. As you look off in the distance, the lightning illuminates and silhouettes a figure that towers into the sky. Above all buildings, it appears as small little dots joining it, growing it ever larger as lightning strikes literally smash into the side of its body as pieces go flying, and the orange pulse takes that energy and fluctuates it throughout. You see the city is dark in all directions behind you. It's dark.
So we,
It's
can we
the end
see
of the
the?
world.
You see fires around the city.
The end is
The smell
nigh.
of death and decay and burning.
This the
I think
This
Where's
is
my
what the-
camera?
fucking end of the world. In the lightning
This would be
light
the
of the
moment.
light of the lightning. Can we see silhouettes of buildings, any interior places that might be safe from the outside?
That's in the distance of downtown. There are small buildings around you.
Okay, can we see
There.
that in the lights?
Yes.
Okay,
I
we
mean, there is some light coming in from just the general glow of this creature and the lightning.
Okay.
And you are outside. It's not
Okay.
night yet,
I-
but it's towards the late afternoon.
Margo-
I pick up Mandy and
Yeah,
I walk
Margo-
towards the
Margo
first
goes over to Mandy
structure.
and-
We have
Puts her arm
lights
around
and
her
we have
too.
action, but no camera.
We go to the first structure that
Yeah,
we see
that's
that might be
true.
an indoor.
It's an old home. The windows are blown out of it
We'd
from
want
the
to see
storm.
this.
Okay.
You run inside.
Yeah. Yes.
So you go inside. You close the door behind you. The windows are blasted out. The wind is still rushing in, but it's quiet.
The irony is,
You feel each step the creature takes, even though it's nearly a mile away. You feel each step rumble the ground beneath you.
irony is, if we had had bio cameras installed, we could share it with the world. But if we did, we'd be part of the monsters.
It's very true. I would be laughing if I weren't horrified. It's very true, though.
You know how everyone says the world is coming to an end.
What are
There's
we
a
doing?
global
Hold on,
warming.
real quick. Hold on. Kurt, your knowledge that you have in this moment, the knowledge of what you are,
Yes. How can that help?
it's not going to help, but I'm going
Okay.
to say the drugs that you're taking and that you just took, now with that knowledge of who you are, it's not inhibiting, it's engaging, it's releasing. It's not going to keep who you are at bay, it's keeping you from having it in check because the world around you,
Yeah.
the
Fine.
energy that surrounds you,
Fine.
whether you like it or not, or whether you know it or not, is a part of you.
And yep.
Now, as these drugs enter your system, as the Lilibet is helping Mandy and Mandy is having her breakdown, you look out this open window as this storm is pushing inside of you, or the wind is pushing you against the wall. You, for a moment, feel a calm wash over you as the drugs in your bloodstream. You have a silence that comes with the wind as your vision tunnels in on the creature. And you start to recognize its pulse, the orange glow that flashes through it. You start to feel your own heartbeat. Pulse. 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 You recognize your heartbeat matching the pulse of the creature in the distance as the light moves throughout it. This creature, in the darkness and the silhouette of the lightning, turns in your general direction. One long tentacle just kind of reaches out and comes slowly back down. As you follow that tentacle down, as you see it reach down to the ground and smash into the side of a building, and dust come up, silent to you. You see this push of air and dirt and debris, like a wave, like an atomic wave of destruction, moving across the ground towards you. You look down, and you see your heart, its pulse glowing orange throughout your body. As you bring your arm up, as you see the veins in your arms matching that same pulse and repetition with what you recognized once before. 10 feet away, Mandy. Throughout your crazy and your panic, you grab Lilibet's hands. As you're shaking them, you recognize in Lilibet's arms an orange glow coming from her veins.
You're okay, stop panicking.
You're glowing.
What?
You're glowing.
I noticed
Like
that too.
they
Oh, no.
do.
Kurt,
Like they do.
Oh,
you don't respond to that. You see this wave of debris and destruction coming directly towards this window.
what am I?
I need you to roll.
With
I feel like I have to stand
With
on it.
two.
with two dice.
5,
With two dice.
6.
Real close.
It's a 1.
You've always
hope?
got your.
You have 5 hope.
Okay.
Okay.
Do
Which
it.
should reuse 2. Oopsie, hang on, that fell out. 2.
Oh.
Oh,
One.
this is so hard.
You have 3 hope.
You choose to use 2. 2. Let's go 6. Fuck!
It's exact same as
I
last
know,
time.
I'm fine.
Okay,
You have
either do.
one-
We have re-roll the ones
You
we
have
don't
1
lose it, I
hope
guess.
available.
Yeah.
You've got your brink.
Oh.
You've got your brink, dude. Otherwise, the
If
candle
I
goes
choose
out.
to use my bring, I roll 2 dice,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah,
Reroll with dice.
we've got two dice, so.
You choose to use my bring. 3.
Fuck.
Oh.
We're all mad down here.
As... Oh. You're not all mad,
Not yet.
because one of you won't survive this. As you're watching the glow in your arms, you look back up and recognize for that split second, and before you can say anything out loud, your mouth goes to move as the wave of destruction and debris rips through your body. As you two are hunkered down by the door you closed that you came in, it pushes against the door, flinging it over you, but the blunt of the blast hits Kurt, spraying his body in multiple pieces against the back wall. As we begin Chapter 10. Your ears are ringing. You hear that blocking out the rest of the sound as all other sound stops other than that ring. And you look around and you see the destruction. You see Kurt's body in pieces as the wind is coming through that front door, the rain. You still see your pulse glowing orange in your arms.
I don't know whether to show her or not. Do you think Lilibet should see this?
Oh, God.
I don't think she could handle it.
You're in the same body. Do you think it matters? Maybe it only happens to Margo.
Oh.
And if you turn it to Lilibet, it'll be normal.
Lily! What do I see?
You see orange glow coming from your arms.
What is this? Guess what? Crazy, you're turning into a zombie.
As you see the body sprayed against the wall, through the open doorway, you see the creature in the distance, and you feel a calmness overwhelm you.
Mandy climbs out the window and she starts knocking on the wall to try to find a dumbwaiter or freight
That makes sense.
elevator.
I mean, this is a house. This isn't
I
like
She's
a-
know.
insane.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you're standing out in the wind. You looking through this doorway, stand up. This open door, a world of destruction lay before you. A wave had just come through of disaster. You feel this calmness overwhelming you.
Don't worry, Lilibet. I'll find the hollow point in the wall and we'll get out and we'll warn the world.
You start to
Georgia.
whisper to yourself
Oh, no,
your
baby.
mantra.
Okay, the door. Lily. The gate. Margo. The loop. The door. The gate. The loop. The door. The gate. The loop. The door. The gate. The door. The gate. The loop. The door.
As you're saying this, you feel for the first time in your life that Margo and Lilibet are one. There is no longer a separation between the two.
We should run, we should stay. We should hide, no. We should fight. The door. The gate. The loop. Mandy.
Mandy, you see, as you're outside knocking on the door, through the window, coming up from the basement, at the end of this long hall on the inside of this room, there's a door underneath the stairway. That door starts to open.
Oh, there's the hollow point. It's the hollow point in the wall. It's opening for us.
You start to see a creature crawling out of this basement. First an arm, as it glows orange. And then as it starts to reach out, you see that of the face of a child attached to this arm. As the rest of its form scrapes through, you see this adult figure reaching out in pain with its head, as its neck's clicking, as it turns the corner and sees Lilibet standing in the doorway. It starts to scratch its way across the floor, moving towards Lilibet. She's unaware of it.
I have to get out of this place. Get out of this place.
Lilibet,
Lilibet.
roll 1 dice for me.
Roll 1 die to die.
There's a thing.
That's a 4.
How much hope?
None.
Can you have
As-
anything to burn?
I can burn my
Do
brain.
your brink? Do your brink?
Let's do it.
Why not?
Why
not?
That's a 6. Oh.
Well,
I'm not dead
thanks
yet.
for the wish. I heard the blow. It helped.
Lilibet,
A little bit behind. Behind.
tell me what happens.
Lilibet's standing there mumbling her thing, and right as she gets to the end of her loop, she hears Mandy go behind, and Margo goes, turns around and goes, stop.
The creature stops. It stares at you. Its head moves. And it seems like it's waiting for a command, like a lost dog. It's not meeting its owner, but recognizes a command. Something that it should respond to.
And
Turns.
Margo grabs Mandy's hand and starts backing away from it.
This wasn't the right space. We have
As
to get a
that
different
creature starts to
space.
back away from you, you see 3 or 4 more emerge from inside the house, coming around corners, looking at you out of curiosity, confused.
Mandy, if you would like to run, I think this would be your chance.
I'll
think-
find another space. Someone's not enclosed.
Nice open space. I think
You're
Lilibet and I are going to stay here while you go find that nice open space.
I'll run back to my hotel.
Okay. Off you go.
It has such a lovely lobby.
Yes.
It wasn't far.
So, Mandy, do you run?
I run.
So, Lilibet, as you're holding your hand out and all these creatures are starting to come out of that house, and then you notice as you look to your right, another house or a couple creatures have started to fall from outside, looking at you, investigating. You realize they're communicating in some way. Mandy, as you run, you see in the distance the large creature has turned and focused its energy on where you once were as it starts to move in that direction.
Everybody wants to be in the same space.
Lilibet, another roll, please.
That's a 6.
Let's see if I get to control this one or not. Not my lucky day. Lilibet, what happens?
Margo doesn't know why she has this control over them, but she also doesn't think it's going to last. So Mandy's run off and she's backing up, and Lilibet and Margo are thinking, this is the end of everything, and all I care about is back at the theater. So I'm going to go back to the theater and I'm going to be with
You are
him.
at least a mile away.
That's all she's thinking, though. She just wants to start back up and she wants to start walking back that way.
Okay.
She's pretty sure she's about to die, so that's her only goal, is her love.
Okay, so you're backing away at this moment. Mandy, where are you running to? Do you know where you're running to?
The only other location that she knew in Chicago, which was the hotel, which is actually extremely close to where they are now.
You'd have a river to cross.
Oh,
See-
because of the sewage thingy, the little underground zip line we took. I forgot about
Yeah, but
that. When
it's like
blocks, I guess.
no, but it's close to now. It wasn't close to the. It
Ah.
wasn't close to the Willis Tower. It's close to where we are now.
The hotel you were staying in.
Yeah.
Got it. Close to where you are now, the other side of the river. You're running towards this hotel. You see the creature moving towards the direction of where you once were. You're running faster than you've ever ran in your life. You're dodging debris, things like that. What are you looking for and where are you going?
Mandy is heading back to the hotel because she has a portable power source there. She's trying to get a hold of her other camera so that she can try to warn the world or her agent, not realizing that the world is already gone.
Hey guys, so I'm here at the end of the world, and as you can see, it's pretty shitty.
So
Well, she's not that. She's not a vlogger.
you
She's trying to do something good. It
Yeah.
fits with her character.
make your
Yeah,
way
it's a good idea.
to this hotel. As you get to it, you see that the inside is completely torn apart. Now the building itself still stands, but whatever was in there before left it destroyed. Now, if Mandy was sane, she might be able to deduce that most of the creatures that formed into the biomass left to join the creature, the larger creature. I don't know if you think much of anything in this standpoint, so let's say you go inside and the hotel lobby itself, there are many dead bodies of those who were unaffected by the original blackout. You take the stairway up to your room.
Right.
Everything's electronic, so how do you plan on entering your room?
Maybe because the building is partially destroyed, the door is already kind of open. I really like the idea of her making it into her room.
Okay. On a normal RPG, I'd make you roll to open a door, but given the special circumstance, I will say the door's open.
She goes to where her other go drone is. Whether it works or not, she believes that it does, and turns it on and then starts this rambling narrative of everything that she's been through. She's addressing it to her mom, to her agent, and to the world of what's coming, what happened, and basically saying that this is, you know, I'm not going to make it. It's not like the other times. I'll try, but it's not like the other times. I'll see if I can upload this, but I'm not sure if it'll work. So I'll get it out. I'll get it out somehow.
So, in a way, the camera pulls out on you as you sit rambling to an inanimate object as if it would have any meaning or do anything at all.
She's also holding a stuffed bunny that her mother gave her and always travels with her. It's like the one good memory that she has of her mom.
Lilibet, you continue backing up as you were kind of shaken to your core as a step is felt landing directly behind you. As this step lands behind you, you see all the creatures that were once chasing you before have stopped. Your hand is now completely orange and almost translucent as you see the blood moving through your veins, illuminating from the inside. You look up as these long tentacles kind of come around from the outside and sit now around you. You are encased inside this creature. An orange cathedral, in a way, as light bounces around, moving like synapses, like electronic synapses throughout. A figure steps out of the mass. It's your father.
Papa?
No.
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 What do you want?
You will never feel whole. You have never felt whole. Your kind identifies us as evil.
Run. Shh.
We find that to be ignorant. We did not take a part of ourselves and create you. Your kind did that. Your people. This form.
Run. Shh.
How is that not evil? How are we at the hands of your destruction? In our peaceful existence, unaware of your kind, alone in the universe. How are we to blame for this?
Kill him. Shh.
You have always felt something missing, denied a part of you, because you belong with us.
What about everyone else? What about all the people? What about everyone else?
We don't care.
What do you want with her?
With who?
Her, me.
We're giving you an opportunity to be whole again.
I was whole when I was with my family.
No,
You took them from me.
you weren't. You were
They loved me. Whatever.
whatever that means. Whatever that is. Doesn't matter to us, and there's a part of you that means it doesn't matter to as well.
I don't feel. What would you do with us?
What do you mean?
If I join you, if we.
Oh. No, see, I'm not talking to you. Or you. This isn't a discussion. It's a reclamation. We're collecting. We were not whole. A part of you wishes to be. We can feel it. Or they took me to make you. And I'm just letting you know we'll be taking that back now.
I can't.
Can you
Then
roll for
I
me?
will. Oh, Margo is about to do some shit. Oh, that was so dramatic. It's a 2.
You do have your brink still. You're not mad.
Didn't I do that though?
No,
You
you
did,
can reuse
you
your
can
brink
only use
over and
it
over again.
Only once per candle.
Oh, this
You've never been in a position before where you
where we would do it more than once.
it's only allowed to be used once per candle.
So
In that moment,
what?
within a flash, Margo, Lilibet, cease to exist as your body is ripped apart at a molecular level, and the blood, strands of what you were, is ripped from you and reclaimed, and the creature moves on.
Ghost scream. Ah.
And that is where we will end this volume of Tin Candles.
Oh my god.
Wow.
Margo was just about to charge him.
I'm sure Margo was, but
Yeah,
nothing would have happened.
No, but that last candle.
Wow.
Oh, hey,
Wow.
everybody's back. Okay.
That was such a
That was
heavy
intense.
ending.
Yeah.
That was
That was really good rolls, Kate.
intense.
You did really good rolls.
Yeah, you almost had
Thanks.
3 6s in a
Yeah.
row.
Yeah, that
Can you
was
hear
nice.
me?
I can hear you.
Magic Kate.
I'm just yelling.
Man, that was. The
Were you
noises
over
from
there
the
yelling?
kitchen were amazing.
No, I was like, I think my mic's off. Ah!
Ah.
Okay, so before we get started in like a little debrief and answer questions from the audience,
Oh.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go through and let's give a big shout out to everybody who helped contribute and honestly kept you guys alive
was a
longer
l-
than the
yeah.
first 20 minutes.
Yeah.
I know I
Thank
told
you.
you guys after the first one and after the last one that this last episode is like we already established that this volume is the end of the world, so surviving the end of the world is pretty tough. So we knew it was gonna
She
get
did
pretty
it.
crazy.
Technically,
The longest. at least.
technically, I mean, she's mad in a half
But
demolished
she's alive.
hotel room, clutching a go drone and a
She's
stuffed
alive.
bunny.
Hey, I'm like in pieces, all right?
She's gonna get dehydrated
All right.
and starve.
All right, so this is a quick shout out to everybody. Fegs252
Yo,
giving you hope.
Fegs.
Yay!
Thank you for all the hope.
Maverick Zero giving you truth.
Thank
Uh,
you.
Aw.
Thanks.
Logan
Maverick gave us
Pars
Maverick.
giving you some hope.
Thanks,
Thank
like
you.
a
PR
man.
fan 2002 giving you hope.
Awesome.
Thanks.
Mr. Fantasy giving you some hope.
Fantastic.
Thanks, man.
Game
Thank
of Joe
you.
B giving you
Yo,
some
Joe B.
flashbacks.
Nice.
Then you had Paladin Cobius with the subscribe.
Yeah,
and
buddy.
Rex705 for gifting 5 subs.
Oh,
Legit Logster with some hope. Mr. Al with
That's
the
legit.
flashback.
Thank you.
Shadow Uzumaki with the truth.
Thanks, man.
nice.
Winston EXE helping Shadow Uzumaki with that truth.
Thanks, Winston.
Shadow Uzumaki gifting a sub.
Getting in
Wow,
the distance.
Horrible
Buddy.
Coders helping out towards that truth. Oh no, that was
Excellent.
Hope.
Brilliant.
Oh, thank
Rith
you.
Mikhail
that.
helping with that Shadow Uzumaki truth. Valnazin with the resub.
Very nice.
Orion Power finishing off Shadow Uzumaki's truth.
Brilliant.
Nice.
Teamwork.
Dat Guy Prospect, thank you for the resub. Fleckery with the resub. Shadow Uzumaki with some hope. Gaiaka with the GM power about the clone stuff.
Nice.
That was
Oh.
nuts.
Thanks, Gaika.
Yeah, y'all were clones or something?
Lilibet had no freaking idea what Mauritia
Yeah,
was.
you all
Of course.
missed
Y'all
that
were
because it was out of your headphones. It was
crazy.
up to them whether or not they wanted to share it. But
Oh yeah, Margo crumbled that up and threw it into the gale
Yeah.
real quick.
PR Fan with some more hope. J Pistol with
Thanks,
some hope.
BFN. Thanks,
Gaiaka gifting a
Pistol.
sub.
Nice.
Yo,
Rage
thanks.
Cage with some hope. As
Awesome.
Technology with the resub.
Thanks.
Rex705 gifting a sub.
Fantastic.
Daninja Dasinful with the resub. It's
Wonderful.
Pandar with
Yay.
It's Pandar with the GM power that had hydrogen sulfide gas
Oh,
leaking
thanks.
into the sun.
Thanks.
Just-
It's
Yeah,
Pandar.
that was
Thanks.
really bad.
Thank you.
It's been a long time since we've had a horrible addition like
Yeah.
that.
Oh,
No,
my
seriously,
God.
yeah. It was a
Yeah.
I love that they put in there too that like increase at your leisure.
Oh my gosh.
all the way up.
Dastardly.
Nurse Purple Ranger with the
Yay.
hope.
Thanks,
Sailor
Ben.
Aora with the hope. The
Brilliant,
clone
thank
with some
you.
hope. Sailor Aurora with some more hope. Villainous Villain
Brilliant.
with the resub.
Yeah, buddy.
Arsenal Roy with some hope. Sailor Aurora with some more hope. Logan
Excellent.
Pars with some hope.
Yeah.
And Little Mouse that jumps with the resub. And
name.
Finisher with the resub. And Winston EXE gifting another
Thank
sub.
you,
Thank
thank
you
you,
guys.
I resubbed.
Thank you,
I
thank you.
Thank
resubbed.
you.
Did it not
I
show?
passed
Yeah.
it.
Oh,
He's so
and
mean.
thank you, Winston.
Oh my God.
PRC.
Thank you so
Thank
much
you
for
for
letting us
Why?
sub.
I resubbed, Zach.
That was really cool because that should have ended very quickly, but
Yes,
because
but the
chat
chat kept
was
that story
here,
going.
it was a
Yeah,
long
yeah.
episode.
This
that
game
we
Yeah,
is-
they were right there with
Thanks
us.
for carrying
Yes.
us. Man,
This
my
this
bad
game,
rolls.
as you've seen when we've played this game on the channel, without chat room interaction, these stories only last like 2.5 to 3
Yeah.
hours. Your interactions keep this
Thanks,
being
J Pistol.
the long form story that it is. We
You
would have not been
acknowledged
able to
me.
get through all that new story and all that crazy stuff without
Definitely.
without all of that interaction.
What is that? Oh, that's
It's
the
a
anime.
picture with
monster.
the elder.
That's
monster on it.
It's beautiful.
I will say, Christina, this is the first time on this show that a guest has voluntarily just been like, you know what? I'm gonna meet the monster head on and then accept my fate.
But you know
Yeah.
what? I did not go crazy. I
True.
did
Did
not.
Yeah.
I didn't burn my hope, right?
No.
I
No.
went out on my own terms.
You did go out on your
There
own
it
terms,
is.
which I will say, if that's what matters to you, then
Yeah.
When that was happening, I wrote down on this to Kate. I was like, why? I wrote down, why
Yeah.
isn't Zach killing her? I wrote that.
Yeah.
Can
And
they?
then she wrote back, she's like, I'm surprised too. And I'm like,
she's
Can they
not
see
dead
the dice
because leaving her to
no, I think how you
Sit
did
in
it.
her
Yeah, yeah.
nothingness
I think
was
that's better.
she
more
want-
dramatic for
Yeah.
her.
she wanted to be a part of something.
Yeah, yeah,
so
yeah.
Never got it.
if
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
No, I mean,
creature was able to feel that,
yeah.
there's no way the
No,
creature
it
would
was-
give her what
It
she
was
wanted.
definitely a better ending that you did, but I was
No
just wondering,
payoff.
like, why isn't the GM Zach
Oh,
killing
good, they're
the
showing
player?
it.
And she's
okay,
like,
It's upside down.
but you did. I mean, you did, but I mean, I was like,
Yeah.
what?
Okay,
so
it's right side up if you want to do dice cam again.
in this moment, we can take some questions from the chat. It's been a while.
I can
the
see
last
chat too.
couple,
I can see chat as well. So.
The last couple volumes. Let me handle that though, so
Oh,
we
sorry.
don't talk
all
over
right,
each other.
sorry.
So I'll pick questions out of there and,
Yeah.
That's the
field them to
monster.
you guys. So
Can I
yes,
please go pee because that
yes,
was very
use the
stressful.
restroom.
Okay.
Use the restroom.
Stress P.
Seppoen wants to know what body part was this volume. Good question. It was a lot of them collecting
Ooh.
together.
Nice.
Now,
Whoa.
as you've seen other body parts in other volumes, like the blood, like the brain, like the spine, like the heart, like the eyes, this creature started with the genetically engineered blood that lasted over from being, originally in the cold and then in Department C at the very end. There was the very special package that Director Bunny got,
Mhm.
and
Yeah, I remember that.
if you were following the cold and he got that package of the blood samples, which he mentioned in the first episode of Department C that he was waiting for that package, you knew that package was bad blood that was going to take him over and that he shouldn't be anywhere close to it. So he was infected with that. We learned from the beginning of this that Director Bunny went on a murderous spree and sent himself to the Alps to hide away because the part of him that was human didn't want to kill anymore and was trying to basically seclude himself away from that involvement. But Synchroneity found him and took his blood and created what they were trying to be, what they told us they were trying to be, is a fix for human diseases. Whether or not that's true is up in the air. It's up to you to decide whether or not you think Synchroneity is actually evil or not. But they merged, as we said, I think in the first episode of this one, or maybe it was the second. Christina's character mentioned that Director Bunny was the blood, and the creature they made also had the eyes from the house.
Yeah.
So right there were two body parts joined together, which made it stronger and more complete. And then when it was able to join with October,
Put it in. Out.
when they were able to join with October, that created a
Mega
That's
super
when it was
evil mecha monster.
close enough, but now still not whole.
Mm.
Now we learned in this volume that Maverick's husband took Davina, and Cobalt kept Davina, and we learned a couple volumes ago that Davina was left with Cobalt. Now, what we also know is Cobalt had control of a couple other things and had been collecting those things. Whether or not we ever get to resolve those things in this story, we may not, we may, but the good news is that Cobalt had those. And ironically, the saving of the Earth is because Cobalt had those things, and they were not able to join up with the creature in Chicago. If they had, all bets are off. As we learned, what I'm trying to do is say that hopefully through this story, you learn that at the end of the pit, he wasn't lying. He really did want to stop the creature.
Yeah. I got
And he wasn't actually lying, because I know that that was one of those things that a lot of people were debating, like, oh, he's probably lying, but this is to clear up. He wasn't. He was actually trying to stop the creature, and Synchroneity made the mistake of joining those things together.
Yeah, if anything, maybe becoming a tree helped him regain his humanity.
Maybe, but he was able to stay in control of it at least to the end. So there's that.
This is dude that became
It was a
tree.
tree
That's
dad,
pretty cool.
Yeah,
an elm
tree
deer,
dude.
if you will.
Yeah.
I got in trouble for
So
that joke. This is not a funny show, Kate.
no jokes.
Sorry.
There are no jokes.
I had to try.
Although you are saying kobold, like the little guys.
Yeah,
from
the little-
D&D.
the little rat man.
There's a lot of meanings behind Cobalt. So
Yes.
Christina,
See.
is this the first kind of, and like you said, it was probably really hard for you not to troll me the entire
I think
show.
you could probably tell that. It was pretty tough.
I feel like you
it's
were
just
pretty
my
lenient.
natural. It was my natural instincts.
Mhm.
Zach, you were pretty lenient on
But
that.
what
feel.
I will say, what's it like, Christina?
Are you jealous?
to-
No,
Are
I'm
you
just,
jealous? Like she's a favorite
No,
child?
no, I'm just saying, like, there's so many times I'm like, why isn't Zach killing her? Like, why isn't Zach like, doing something? Like, I wasn't jealous. I'm just going like, he's cutting a lot of breaks. Like,
I'm pretty sure that happens to every guest that's been on the show. We give the special guests a little bit of leeway since they're not sure.
Keyword special.
Yeah.
Sorry, Mike.
Your shield's still broken. So, what's it like for you though, Christina? If this is the first time you've played like a horror RPG, what was that like for you?
I think it goes. Actually, it's kind of interesting because like all the crazy stuff is what I usually don't get to do because I play a lot of like serious characters. So it was kind of back to like my typecast, I feel. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And it was kind of hard to rein it in because especially when I'm with other people, I just want to. I like making people react. If you
Like kicking
You
them
do
off
do that.
ladders. Like,
Yeah.
It's like, I'm going to save you. Kick you in the face. It's like,
I'm confused. These are very mixed signals.
very chaotic, evil.
something. She was crazy.
Now, for the rest of you all, I know the chat, we're getting very close to the end.
Oh, yeah.
And oh my God, chat, thank you so much for rallying tonight.
Yes,
We
thank
really
you.
needed that,
That was
so thank
amazing.
you.
Yeah.
Wow.
You know, we really want to
Thanks.
finish this story out, so thank you all.
Yeah.
We've already mentioned that next week we go to the past.
Oh yeah, I forgot.
Yeah.
past.
Yeah.
So
We go to the hundreds.
Yeah, one of the
One of the
ones.
hundreds.
yeah, we're going to the past, and we're getting really close to the end. It's been a while since we had one of these kind of debriefs after a show because we usually go right to the end. What are you all taking from this? Where do you think we're headed? And what theories do you have as players?
I was actually
'Cause the
thinking
chat's
about
got a
this.
lot of
yeah,
theories.
I was thinking about this randomly on the drive here. I was thinking about like closing the loop, and I was still thinking like, is closing the loop good or bad? Like that's what I was trying to work. And then I was trying to work out like, oh, is Zach like? Because it's always been hashtag close the loop, and then I was like, is Zach trying to like make us close the loop and then throw us off the track? But then that's the right thing to do. I was thinking like, which way is it going? Like, yeah. So I'm still
That's
not sure
great.
to be honest. But it's
I
yeah,
do
it's
have a
good.
question
I like,
for you
I like that it's.
that is slightly left field.
Mm-hmm.
Is that a reference to a credit that you saw online? Is that a reference to something? Did you look up at somebody here and see something online and get the information from that?
that'd
What do
be-
you mean?
Well,
Okay. So
like
someone of the viewers pointed this out, and I didn't want to say anything in case it was tied in. But there is an actress called Kate Elliott, same spelling, who starred in one thing, and it was called The Loop.
Oh.
No, that is a 100% coincidence.
Wow.
Wow.
Okay. Yeah, that's really tricky.
100% coincidence.
Okay. All right.
No, had
Yeah.
I was like, do I
nothing-
need to watch this movie?
had absolutely nothing to do
Okay.
with that. That's
But it's
weird.
very creepy.
That
it's
is very
very
creepy.
Matrixy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
I was what I'm getting from this. I know we've only got like 2 volumes left. I think that it's going to be. I feel like one of 2 things. That it's going to be one of those things where, when we finally get to the final volume, that it'll be multiple things happening in different time periods, but all at the same time. And I think 1 or 2 things will happen. One, there is no happy ending because it's 10 candles. That no matter what, closing the loop or not closing the loop is the wrong
Yeah.
thing to do. And
Almost irrelevant.
this thing wins and takes over the
Well,
Earth and takes over
No,
the
they-
galaxy.
Well, Zach has said that.
Or-
Sorry, go on. You can finish,
Or
sorry.
the second thing is that we basically to win we have to in some way wipe our characters out of existence. So doing that would then close the loop to then save the world, but then that means that us as characters and actors have to take steps to erase these characters that we poured so much
Yeah.
into to be able
I mean, they've died
to
every
thwart
time.
this evil. So I mean, like maybe
Mike's like, not that much.
maybe like things where it's like,
Like
oh,
actually
guess what?
shoot ourselves in space. Like
Something,
do something.
something like that, where
Shoot
it's like
ourselves
we
with that
could
gun.
have lived, but we choose death to then close
Yeah.
the loop.
Actually, yeah.
Right.
So I didn't actually go into like what I actually think. I think yeah, it's kind of like what I think is going on right now is like, and just based on, and this is not just me, it's like just from like being Discord and just like gathering so far. I mean, I'm not always in Discord, but yeah, is this some sort of like time loop and like these kind of outer god type things are yeah, kind of like hit multiple points in time, and then like if we either close the loop or not close the loop or whatever, and win, that means like kind of like they would basically, it's like they never happened. Basically, that's my it never happened.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's my current take on it, but I still don't know which is the right way to approach it. But also,
And like you said, maybe whatever way you discover is going to be the wrong way.
I have a question, Zach, though. But like, you know, I mean, like, if we did kind of like, if everyone in, you know, Discord, everyone like worked out the way to win, quote unquote, how
Did he
would
just shake his head?
how would we as characters, how would we as players playing characters kind of use that as a meta to
So,
or should we
if
not?
you all and the audience figured out
Yeah.
what the ending was actually going to be, I would change it.
Oh, okay.
100%. Because then,
So we're not. Yeah,
Quantum.
sorry. go
in a
ahead.
way, it's that kind of thing of, as there's 2 experiences here going on for you, your
Mhm.
characters and you all as players.
Yeah.
And if you in the audience figure out what the ending is, then it would be impossible for you as a player not to, in a way,
Right.
meta that.
Yeah.
Not intentionally, but
Right.
just to be like, you know what's up.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And you would meta that. And not intentionally, it's just the way it is. And it would be less interesting for me as a GM to
Yeah.
put you in a situation that you know the outcome of.
Uh-huh.
So I would change it in a
Yeah.
heartbeat. Why do you think I'm asking you right now what you think it is?
Well, like I said, I don't know, but honestly, I would still want to play the character as, you know, unmeta as I could.
Yeah, yeah.
I wouldn't
Unmeta.
want to.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
meta that shit. Like,
Yeah. If anybody could explain how in the world we were rolling so poorly.
I know.
That
This
was
entire
insane.
volume.
I know.
This
This
volume
was-
was
This
wild.
was like
Just-
the opposite of the cold.
I
That's
know,
what it
yeah.
was.
Mhm.
I just rolled really bad today.
So
Except for cake.
There
please, you
was-
guys, you only have a
Favorite's pretty
couple
good.
At the end of the
couple
day.
minutes for questions.
Yeah, there was one question that I was actually curious about too. I'm sorry, I forget who said it. Maybe it was Mexican Robin 9, but it was like because remember the
91.
truth and everything in the chat influenced Davina being part of the story. Now she's this huge part.
Uh-huh.
What would have happened if that truth had never happened?
That story would have never happened that way.
So we would like
Mo-
not have any of this.
It would have probably checked
Well,
too.
yes and no. Okay, to the extent of what is planned out originally, the original story that was written was
Like-
where it started, how humanity responds to it, what it can do. Now, everything else gets made up along the way. So
Mm.
everything that the chat gets to add in gets to become a part of it because those things aren't filled out. It was really important to me when building the story. It's like, I need to know these key baseline things so then when other things come in, they get to be a part of it and they can be a part of that story. So really, the majority of what was planned was these are the things that happened as far as its interaction with the human world. These are the things that those specific things can do. And the offshoots of that and the story that gets told is up to you guys and me in the moment. You know, for example, tonight's episode had 0 notes. There was no notes going in tonight's episode. All I knew going into it was we're going to tell a disaster movie story. Now, granted, I'm pulling off of our experiences from previous episodes and building off what the chat's giving and building off what you're throwing out. But I think that's part of the fun of this system, and I want to stay true to the system, that the system's supposed to be created together on the spot. And that's why I thought it'd be fun to use this system with the chat, too. So, trying to stay as honest to that as possible and allowing for those surprises to come up. That's the most challenging aspect, too, though, is because when somebody brings something like that in or you create a character that becomes important, I want to make sure that that's honored. So it's usually more notes about what's happened already to make sure that when new things come up, I can fit them in somehow or make sure that I don't contradict myself in the story that we've already told. And that's probably the most challenging part because, like with the Davina stuff, I think Davina should be really important after the chat brought it in. But at the same time, I don't want to like then do something that contradicts, especially since we're time jumping. Like
Yeah.
I had to make sure in this volume to establish how Davina got to Kolob because in the other version it was very clear Davina was on the ship.
Yeah.
So how did Davina get there? That kind of thing.
Cool.
I like it.
Rabid Yard Gnome says, I just want to thank each and every one of you for bringing all these amazing stories and content for me to be excited about each and every day. Much love to the Thumpers. Thank you.
Yay!
You guys are an amazing
Somebody said
community.
who
That feels
founded
good.
Synchroneity. It was Christina's character's grandmother.
There you go.
Ah.
And we actually know
Family
what year that
business.
happened. I made a note of that. What year did I say that was?
I like, was it the time traveling being
2000. The year 2000.
Mm,
Synchroneity was founded in the year 2000.
cool. What was your name?
That was left open on purpose.
I
Ah.
got
Who
you
knows?
explain.
Who knows?
No.
Who knows? So yeah, if you all have any more questions, we have it's 8:30. So thank you guys so much.
Thanks,
We
Zach.
don't know who's going to be our
Yeah.
guest yet next week. We're still working on that.
Mhm.
We'll let you know when we know. It should be fun though, because we're going to be going to the past.
Do you want to announce the guest for the last episode? Or no?
Wait,
the very
what?
last week?
The very
No.
last.
Do we
okay.
know?
Or
Yeah, pretty sure.
Does Mike?
yeah.
I don't know. Did I talk to you about it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, then yeah, but no, I'm not gonna say yet.
Okay.
So,
not yet. But
um,
here's hoping.
yeah, here's hoping.
Yeah.
Stick around. Thank you, Christina, for joining us
Thanks,
on this
Christina.
adventure.
Yeah.
That was nuts. That was great input. Thank you.
Thank you all so much for your support.
Thank
Don't
you.
go anywhere. I know that we probably have quite a few Hyperforce fans in the chat since Christina's here, and Mike as well. And Mike as well. Don't go anywhere. Coming up next is Perception Check, and Malika is our special guest. We're doing,
Yay!
Nice.
we're doing a Star Trek RPG.
That's why.
And
Very
our
cool.
Our
Brilliant.
favorite felted
Very.
friend, Chunk, is the GM.
Chunk.
Nice.
Chunk is the GM.
Chunk play.
Malika's playing a Vulcan.
Nice.
Nice.
What's that?
She's
Playing
human.
a human.
She's
Oh,
playing
she is
human.
playing human
yeah,
now.
I'd play a Romulan. Tell
Oh.
you right now.
Nice.
That's pretty great.
I like the Romulans.
I don't watch Star Trek, so I'm like such a bad person to talk about it. And I
Right.
said something like, "Aren't you playing a Klingon tonight?" And Malika got so mad. She got so mad.
You muggle.
So thank you all so much. Stick around. It's
Thanks,
going to be a ton
guys.
of fun. We'll be back in 30
Yay.
minutes. It's a big setup to go in between
Thanks
these
for your
shows.
support.
So stick around. Bye.
Bye.